And a good evening to everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Pacelli Coaches Show as we are presented by the Beck Center. Glad that you're able to join us as we've got another great Pacelli coach for you as we got the spring sports happening, and I am privileged and honored to welcome to the Pacelli Coaches Show the golf coach, Coach Tremaine Upshaw. Coach, welcome to the Pacelli Coaches Show.
How you doing, Coach? I appreciate you having me on the show.
All right, well, Coach, let's go ahead and get your background. How long you been the Pacelli golf coach? When did your love for golf begin, and how long have you been at Pacelli? And just talk about a little bit about your background. And do you coach both boys and girls golf?
Yes, sir. This is my second year with Pacelli. I've been the head coach for 2 years, the girls and boys in middle school, Pacelli. Um, I started when I was about 10 years old playing golf with my stepdad. I was a baseball player growing up. He showed me some things at the driving range. Um, I've been around golf course for a long time. I'm a superintendent here at Oxbow Golf Course down here on South Lunken Road. I've been down here for 5 years. Um, I just love the game. I love to teach it and help the kids grow with it.
There's no question about that. That golf is very big in Columbus, especially with Larry Mize winning the Masters in 1987, Ben Carr winning uh, the Southeast Regional Championship at the Country Club of Columbus for the past couple of years, and then almost making the cut at the Masters. And of course, recently Russell Henley winning the Arnold Palmer Invitational, and he's got an invitation to go back and play at Augusta in a couple of weeks. When it comes to golf in the GIAA, obviously you got Brookstone. It's been an established golf team, but just talk about just how many kids do you have on the golf team? What are some of the upcoming matches that you've been a part of? And what is like your favorite golf course? And what are some of the golf courses that the kids like to play at?
Well, since you said Larry Mize and Russell Henley, Ben Carr, I know all of them good. I started at the Triple C Country Club of Columbus. I was the assistant superintendent there too. I knew those guys well. Um, but my boys, we just played in the Brookstone Invitational yesterday. They played good. They kind of finished kind of in the tail end of it because we only had two varsity players. It was a play six, count five score. So we were just playing as an individual, just trying to get my boys some exposure to some of the better golfers that Brookstone got. And it was about 80 players out there. So I think we did pretty good with scoring. Asher Miles shot a 79. I think he placed like the top 20 out of 80 kids. That's
It's
pretty
awesome.
good. That's really good. So yeah, we do got some good JV matches too. We got good courses that they play. Callaway Gardens. We got Bull Creek that they play. My favorite course is probably the Country Club in Green Islands. Both of those are member courses. I just like that. I like that membership golf course status. I like a clean course. Like I said, I'm a superintendent too, so I can go off. How they keep their place up.
And my question to you, Coach, is in the Columbus area, well, we'll include Callaway Gardens as part of the Chattahoochee Valley. What is the toughest golf course? Like, what's the golf course where we could possibly see like a PGA Tour event? Because that's really the standard when it comes to when you want to play golf at the highest level. You want to play at the toughest course. So, which one is the toughest in your opinion?
Um, when I was working at the country club, we did have some good GSGA events. They had the mid am event for like older guys that still got the game, want to get into the game and take it further. But tough course, I would say probably Green Island. Um, they do got big green, they got fast green, just a lot of undulation out there on that course. I saw it yesterday. Some of the guys were kind of in between shots and uphill lies and different things like that. They got to take in consideration of playing a golf course like that.
And of course, you have that rivalry with Brookstone. Have you had a chance to get to know the new Brookstone golf coach, Jonathan Shushke, aka Buckets, who just recently played golf at the collegiate level at Stephen F. Austin?
Yeah, I've been knowing John. Like I said, I've been in the golf business too for about, I would say, 15 years. I started when I was about 18. Um, I've been knowing John ever since I worked at Fort Benning Golf Course. He was an elite golfer then. And he came back from college. He working with us. I work for the city. He worked for the city too. He's a head professional up at Bull Creek. Um, and I know once he got that team at Brookstone, I knew then, like, oh, here we go again. He's gonna be on top. But it's good to keep, to have the kids compete with each other, learn from each other, and me and him providing what we know with the game. I think it can help the whole Tri-City, if we can get more kids involved in it.
Now, are there golf tournaments where you're not just playing GIAA schools? Are you playing GHSA schools like Columbus and do they cross over and do the golf tournaments include some of the schools in Alabama?
Yeah, my JV match, I got a good friend over at Central, Steven Sanders. He the head coach over there too. Um, I had them come over and play Godwin Creek, just a JV match. So we kind of reach out. I think more of the friend relationship and just trying to get some schools to play Central. I had Spencer. I think I had Jordan out too, to play my girls and play some of the boys JV. So I think I had 3 or 4 teams, Phoenix City area and Columbus area.
Yeah, and they Central does play over there at Lakewood. Some of the other courses out there include, like you mentioned, Bull Creek up there in Midland. I mean, that's a really great course. Maple
Yeah.
Ridge. I mean, there's just a lot of golf in this area in Columbus. And what is your advice to these younger student athletes that want to take up golf, that they want to get their first set of clubs and they want to maybe just go out to the driving range and just try to get that feel for hitting that golf ball off the tee and then practicing those chip shots, and just what's your advice to those young athletes that want to start golf at an early age?
My advice is to, have a strong minded if you really want to do this game. It's a tough game. You can start young and you get older and you might not like the game because you might not process what all it takes in this game. Um, but I say a lot of practice, like you said, go to the driving range, start hitting some good shots. Um, you're gonna have a lot more bad shots than good shots, especially when beginners. But those good shots kind of make you feel like you can do it. Um, so like my girls, I got some beginner girls, and they start progressing with like the 3 or 4 practices that we had. They started hitting some better shots, and now I think I got a team for next year because they know like, hey, I can do it too. So I just think it's a lot of practice, a lot of parents involved helping, get them to the course, get them out of the house to playing video games. Um, 'Cause, the golf course is a fun place for them.
And I couldn't agree more. As somebody that actually took up golf is in my adult years, it actually is a good tool to have, especially if you're going to go into the business world. I think it's important that you can just play golf. You don't. It doesn't have to worry about the score. I mean, I'm not a very good golfer. My score is like usually in the 90s when I actually do keep score. But there's a lot of companies out there that have golf tournaments for charity. And when you get into the business world, I think it's a good skill to have. Not only
Yeah, it
playing
is.
tennis, playing golf, and I think that teaching these kids at a young age to pick up golf is going to really help them later in life, especially if they want to try to get into the business world.
Right. I got some older friends that I played football with. I went to Shaw High School. Coach Flower was my coach. And we still got some good players that, the only thing they knew was football, good elite players. But now they can't sit on the couch no more. They're like, hey, Trey, show me some golf stuff. I want to get into golf. So this sport is never ending. You can continue to play as long as if you got the ability to play, you can play a long time.
And one thing that's good about golf, it is also an individual sport, and I really like that aspect of it. By the way, the girls' state tournament for the GIAA is going to be taking place at the Orchard Club, a country club in Clarksville, April the 28th. The boys' state tournament is going to be at the Harbor Club at Lake Oconee in Greensboro for 2A, and then Glen Arvin Country Club in Thomasville, that's down in South Georgia, also on April the 28th. I know that's the ultimate goal, to get your team, even though you don't have a full team, you do have some individuals that want to try to compete for that state championship. Is that the ultimate goal, to try to get some of the members on the team to try to get to state?
Yeah, like I said, I got a total of 4 boys. I just got 2 varsity boys. They went to state last year. We went up and played a practice round at that course, Glen Harvey. Nice place. Hopefully they can get back up there. We got an 18-hole scorecard now. Last year we couldn't really play in the Brookstone Invitation because we didn't have enough players. But now we got a scorecard that we can hang on to and try to get ourselves to compete in that state tournament now. We went up last year and they both played good. But like you said, playing in that state tournament, you do still have some elite players in that tournament too. But it's just another exposure for them, for their career.
All right, Coach. Obviously, it's almost April. It's almost golf season. The biggest golf event in the entire nation is going to be at Augusta in a couple of weeks, the Masters. I know you're a golf fan. I know you watch the Masters. I know Tiger is not going to be playing it because of the injury, but who do you like in the Masters? Who do you think could win this? Do you think the local guy, Russell Henley, has got a shot to put on that green jacket?
Russell got a shot. Like I said, when it comes to professionals like these guys are, anybody can win. I think my pick can be Russell. I just don't know. I've been, picking the wrong people all the time. Hope I can pick 5 and go off the full score when I do pick. Um, but I think Russell got a good chance. If anything, if he can top 10 at the Masters, I think that'd be pretty successful for him too.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you being on the Pacelli Coaches Show, and I'm gonna have to come visit you down at Oxbow. I mean, sometimes when I do get time, I know I got a busy schedule at Georgia Alabama Sports Live and having a full-time job in the military. But when I get a chance, I want to go down and play around at golf. I've done it at Bull Creek because I live up here, but I know that I've never played at Oxbow, and I'm looking forward to, if I ever go down to Oxbow, to see you there sometime, Coach.
Yeah, I'm down here maybe 5 to 7 days a week. I'm normally done about 2 o'clock. I play a little bit after work, but during golf season, I got my kids maybe down here 3 times a week. Um, but yeah, I still love the game. I don't think it'll never slow down. I like to help the kids, with this game. I just think it's a tool that God gave me. So, you know, I like to help people, as far as what I know, I can help them with. And if you decide you want to come down after 2:30 in the afternoon or something like that, you let me know and we can get us. It's just 9 holes. It ain't an 18 holes course, but it's a good looking course. We got it cleaned up. I've been down here 5 years. We've been busy. They looking to do 9 more holes down here too. I don't know if
Oh,
you heard that,
nice.
but they is looking to do 9 more holes to make it 18 holes. So
Yeah, and sometimes the best practice is to get on those 9-hole courses that are par threes and some are par fours, just to practice, those getting those shots off those irons. Because I know that when I was working up in LaGrange, I would take the afternoon and I'd go play at that 9-hole course. But Coach, it's been truly fun. I actually talk golf all day with you. I appreciate you being here on the Pacelli Coaches Show. And really, it's about promoting Pacelli athletics and what
Yes, sir.
athletic director Coach Calvin Thomas has done. You know, we had the tennis coach on last week. We want to try to promote Pacelli athletics and get more Pacelli students more interested in golf. My final question to you, Coach, is how can Pacelli students or anybody that wants to be interested in golf, how can they join the golf team? When does the season start? What are some of the off-season workouts? Because I know that you probably are golfing year-round because it's a year-round sport. How can some of the people can get involved and try to join the golf team?
Well, it's a spring and fall season. Like my middle school do spring and fall, and high school just fall season. Um, we normally do have a golf interest meeting before season starts. At Pacelli, I kind of get it out there to them. With me just being by myself, I kind of hesitated a little bit because it's a lot on me with 10 girls and 5 boys, and I can't be at 2 places at one time. But yeah, it's normally an interest meeting, during the fall season, and during the spring season. I normally get it out to the school so we can at least get some, different kids involved. I got some good middle school kids too. I think my middle school gonna be really good. I just can't wait till they get there. Hopefully I'm still the coach there. Uh, but yeah, just the interest meeting. I normally get it out, before the season come in. Kind of let Pacelli know before then.
Well, absolutely. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Pacelli Coaches Show.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that is the Pacelli golf coach, Coach Tremaine Upshaw. Another Pacelli Coaches Show in the books. Thank you for tuning in, and tune in next time as we'll have another Pacelli coach right here on the Pacelli Coaches Show. Have a